I've got a golden ticket.
That's a winner! winner!
Do, 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 do.
I can hear you on the.
I've got a golden ticket.
That's a winner!
All right, guys, and I think we have got the audio fixed. So after a little technical difficulties, we are back here live at DraftKings at Casino Queen. And I guess since you guys couldn't hear us, we were recapping a few plays we did last week. So looks like the Baltimore Ravens finally lost, David.
Yes.
Yeah. They'd won 24 in a row. I bet on them. And, they lose on a game-winning field goal. So that was a little preseason action. So we start off the preseason with a heartbreaking loss.
What happens when you bet preseason football?
Hell, they won 24
With you
in a
saying that, you
row.
picked me a ticket with preseason football on it, Damian.
And there's no
Which way is it? Which way are we going here?
There's nothing to bet on tonight.
Yes,
You got to
there
do
is.
preseason football.
I have a
David.
ticket right here
Pretty
to say I
slim
have.
pickings tonight.
Well,
Yeah.
Damian gave me a 3-teamer, 2 with preseason football on it.
Yeah, there's nothing to bet on, guys. That's
But
it.
there is Saturday.
Yes, we are rounding the corner. Down the stretch they come, David.
Mm,
Approaching the line.
we've hit the quarter pole.
They're at the quarter pole.
Final
We're
week-
here.
Final week of preseason starts tonight.
Final week of preseason tonight.
About
Yeah.
3 minutes, the Pittsburgh-Atlanta game will kick off.
David, I know you're listening. So is Hard Knocks still thumbs up? Is it still good? I haven't seen. I'm waiting until all of them.
Oh, you're going to watch them all
I'm
in
gonna
a
watch
row.
them all. I'm a binge watcher. I gotta wait till they're all done.
Speaking of binge watching, the Florida Gators, Swamp Kings are out.
Yes, I haven't seen it. I'm gonna go home tonight and watch it.
It's a 4-part series.
I did. I like the Johnny Manziel one.
Yep.
So I did like the Johnny Man. I like those.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Untold.
It wasn't bad.
Untold. I've been watching.
You know what my favorite Untold was
Which
so
one?
far? The Malice in the Palace.
That was really good.
Oh, that one was really.
That was really good. I've been binge watching Ballers,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
HBO series with The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was
Actually,
that circa 20 years ago?
It's
15?
2015.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
when it started.
2015.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. No, it's really
Wow.
good. I'm in season 4 right now. I've been binge watching for a week.
Yeah.
Every waking moment
All right.
that I'm not working or doing
Yeah.
something, it's on. I actually thought the first 2 seasons were fantastic. That these 2 aren't as good. It's like I don't know. It's just not as good as the first 2 seasons. But I'm gonna finish it
Okay.
out. I don't even know how many seasons it is. Billy Walters' book came out today.
Yeah, the infamous Billy Walters.
Yeah.
The Greatest sports bettor to ever live, they say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
As I was telling David before the show, Phil Mickelson's friend.
they're not friends.
They're not friends any longer.
No, any longer.
Yeah. Supposedly, Phil Mickelson would make $1 million bets, and him and Walters had a relationship. But yeah, Billy Walters said that Mickelson has wagered hundreds of millions of dollars during his life.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a lot.
He tried. There was, I think it was in the book or something was reported that Mickelson tried to place a $400,000 bet on the Ryder Cup on the U.S. to win when Phil was playing in the Ryder Cup. But that's just no proof of that. But it's a legend of Billy Walters.
Well,
But his new book is out.
His new book is out, and
Yep.
I'm finding it like for $12.50 on audiobooks. That's a steal. I can't wait to listen to those.
They're all pretty cheap nowadays, though.
Yeah,
$20 or less. You can get them
yeah.
for a $20 bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never bought an audiobook, but this is one I will buy.
Yeah.
I'm not
Last
gonna.
one I listened to was Keith Hernandez.
How was that?
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talked about his time here. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
Time in New York, the '86 team, of
Any
course.
drugs? Did he talk about any drugs?
He talked about Doc Gooden not showing up to the parade when they won the World Series. Everybody asked Daryl because Doc and Daryl were pretty close.
Right.
And everybody's Daryl, hey, where's Doc? Where's Doc? Nobody could find him. He was high. He had a bender the night before and was pretty high and forgot there was a parade.
Which is Doc lives here in St. Louis, right?
Daryl.
Daryl Strawberry.
Yeah.
He lives in the St. Louis area.
Yeah.
Is he still?
I guess he was.
Yeah. Some. I think. He's
Maybe.
not from here though, is he?
I don't know. I don't know. I know Doc was from Tampa area.
Of Tampa.
Florida. Well, yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah. Right.
But goes without saying. But yeah, Doc was from down there. But yeah, one of the best 30 for 30s I've seen was that '86 Mets team.
That was a great
That
30
was
for
a
30.
great
I love all the 30 for 30s.
I love most of them.
Yeah, I like them all.
Some of them are a little far out there. But yeah, we had, like you said, we're coming down the stretch.
Yeah, here we are.
And
And we're right around the corner.
yeah.
We're 2 months out away, a little bit over 2 months away from Breeders' Cup.
2 months from
Yeah.
the Breeders'
Breeders'
Cup.
Cup,
Okay.
and we're gonna have a nice couple days of racing.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm
Okay.
going to take that week off.
He's gonna take that week off.
Yeah,
You can't take that one off, Damien.
I
That's
might
right in
take
the
it off
middle
too,
of
Damien.
everything.
I might take it off also.
Might be in the middle of everything, but I know nothing about horse racing. I have no interest in horse racing.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I'll let you guys have the whole show.
It's a
Doesn't
total
mean anything to me.
D-Gen weekend for me. I was hoping to be there at Santa Anita this year, but I think we're going to do it in the comforts of the living room. We're going to have we're going to do some barbecue. John will be with me. A few friends of ours, Mr. Riffy,
Yeah.
Mr. Vito, and we're going to, all the horse D-Gens in one living room together betting horses all day for 2 days. That sounds like a terrible weekend to me. Horrible weekend.
I skip anything that revolves around a track. So,
No NASCAR for you?
nope.
No NASCAR. If you don't like horse racing, no NASCAR.
No.
NASCAR's
I'd
not
rather
that.
watch horse
know.
racing than NASCAR.
We used to watch it all the time, but I don't watch NASCAR anymore.
I thought
It's
you
just
from
different.
South Carolina. You got to
Right.
be a NASCAR fan.
It's just different.
Yeah.
NASCAR's not what it used to be.
That's what I hear.
20 years ago, it was in the 90s and the early 2000s in its prime,
Yeah.
but now it's nobody knows who's racing anymore.
Ricky
and
Rudd.
where it's gonna be. It's
Who's the guy? Wallace from St. Louis?
Rust.
Rusty Wallace. He's from St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does he still race?
No,
I'm
David.
kidding. I know.
He's got to be.
He's got to be
north
60,
of-
70. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Rusty Wallace from St. Louis. Number
Better
2.
years are
Number
behind.
2 car. Rusty Wallace.
Yeah. Number 2
Yeah.
Miller light up.
Miller Lite. That's right. Yeah.
Fantasy football league I'm in.
He just changes the subject.
Yes,
No,
well,
it's tying
I know
into
this is
NASCAR.
going to tie into NASCAR.
I'm just kidding.
Our fantasy football league I'm in, they decided to base our draft position based on 12 different drivers and how they finish at the whatever auto race going on this weekend. So I will find out my draft position Monday, 'cause
Okay.
I sure as hell won't watch it. And like the guy that my draft position's tied to, I've never heard of. I've heard of
What's
most
his
of the
name?
NASCAR
What's his name?
people. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
Something Savali or something like that. I have no idea who
My
he
my
is.
wife's doing some volunteering down at the Bommarito 500 this weekend here at Gateway.
Okay.
Yeah, I know how exciting. She doesn't care, but I think it's pretty
no,
cool. I want to go do it. I want to be the volunteer down there. I want to be around that.
Austin Cindric.
Yeah,
Cindric.
that-
Never,
that-
I've
young
never,
kid,
yeah,
probably 19 years old.
yeah.
Yeah,
Does it
they're
say what
all-
his pole position is?
I have no idea.
This weekend?
They,
Oh, they probably
Let
haven't
me
done
see
it.
that, Daniel. Let me see
Yeah,
who
you-
these drivers are.
Have
See
they-
if
have
I've
they
heard of
qualified?
any of them.
I've heard of
qualified.
like 9 of the 12. I've at least
Oh,
heard
then
of.
I've definitely heard of them then. Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch,
Yeah, I've heard-
Keselowski's still around, and Joey Logano.
Yeah.
Denny Hamlin. Okay.
Kyle Busch has got to be
Yeah.
pushing 40, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have. So I will find out my draft position based on how my driver finishes in the race. So,
Oh goodness.
Meanwhile, I am sweating
joy.
tournament, a horse racing tournament.
Well, how are we doing in the tournament?
We
it's
are
a daily
sit-
tournament.
Yep.
Or you pay a few bucks to win.
At $12.
Yeah, $12.
But you
to-
can win 700.
Yeah, yeah.
I've won.
there's
I've won
100
many of
people
these.
in it?
155.
155.
I'm middle of the pack right now, but this would bring me pretty close to the front.
How many? We got about 5 minutes to they actually.
Yeah, 1 minute. Yep. I've got the 8-horse.
Yeah, but it says 1 minute, but
Yeah, they're coming. They're close. I got the 8-horse.
that means about 4 minutes.
I got
maybe.
the 8-horse. If you're
When it
watching
says
Del Mar,
1 minute to post.
Depends
that
on
means
what
about
track.
4.
Fairmont says 1 minute.
Most of them I've been
15
watching.
minutes.
Most of them I've been watching.
I don't mean to knock Fairmont or FanDuel, but I want to tell you something funny.
Yeah.
I'm there a couple weeks ago, and they had 8 horses running in a 2-year-old maiden race. They barely had enough jockeys to run 8 horses, right?
Okay.
But they were so short of starters. It was taking so long to start the race. The guy who holds the flag and says like they're ready to go,
Yeah.
he had to go help with no vest on. They didn't have enough starters. So they needed 2 starters. Everybody else was already holding on their horses.
Yeah.
They needed 2 starters to get the last horse in the gate. So the guy with no protection, no vest, he just holds the flag, had to help get the horse in. That's quality racing right there. It literally took like 7 minutes to get
I
all the
know.
horses in the
Yeah.
gate.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that. I said, how bad is this? They don't even have enough starters for 8 horses.
This
But
is
that-
how
that
little I
don't
know
work.
about horse racing. I never even heard of the term a starter. I had no idea. I thought it was a guy who just started the race. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
so
know.
they actually have to have people help.
load
help
the horses,
load the
but I didn't know
horses. Put the
that.
horse
I didn't
in
know
the
that's what they
stall.
were called.
Yeah,
But I've actually
starting gate crew.
like when I watched when I watch like Kentucky Derby, I've seen him lead the horses.
Yeah,
into the
see,
gate.
we're done. You're seeing them right now. See, they're wearing vests, right? They're wearing protect, like the jockeys wear those too. And this guy just had a green, like construction shirt on.
Yeah.
And hey, come on! Don't worry if you get kicked. It's all good. Come on. Why don't you get right in there behind the horse and push his ass in the
Where's that at?
This is beautiful Del Mar,
Del Mar?
California.
California.
This is they only race a couple months out of the year, and this is their summer meet.
All grass, huh?
No, this is just a grass race. See, this is
Oh,
the
I
dirt
would
track.
guess it would be a very good track with all the rain.
It's
they had
a
out there this
premium
week.
track.
Yeah, but they had all that rain this
Yeah, well,
week.
they just didn't race.
Well, I'm saying, you
Yeah,
think the
they'll
track
make up. They'll
dried-
make up. They'll do makeup days.
think the
So
track
we're
already
sitting
dried
second
out.
on the outside at 19-1. If you're ahead of me,
You got
please.
the 8 horse.
I have the 8-horse.
All right.
We're second on the outside at 18-1 right now.
All
He
right.
comes home. I'm right
And they're
towards
down,
the top of the
they're
leaderboard.
down to the halfway mark, right?
Yeah, I mean he'll probably finish last.
Huh.
But
Why
we'll
would you say that?
see. Just the way he's running. We'll see.
Running too fast?
Yeah, they're running really fast on the front end. And he's on the outside chasing. But we'll see. I don't know. Here we go. Thanks for
Alright.
the sweat, everyone. I'll let you know how we're sitting second on the outside as they head into the far turn.
Yeah.
All right. We're on the outside, right in second.
Okay, I see him. I see
All
him.
right. Into the turn they go.
Yeah.
There he goes. Let's see if he has anything. I think he's done personally, but
I don't know.
they're going to be coming.
Are
They're
we
all
looking at the
this
same
horse.
horse?
Yeah, because this 5-horse on the rail has. Yeah, I'm already quitting.
Oh, damn.
I'm already quitting him, but I'm going to run dead last.
You got.
They're
Yeah,
all
That's
going.
4 horse.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, no?
No,
he's done.
he's toast. You can
So,
stick a fork.
The
in it.
12-1 shot on the lead right
He-
here.
He dropped the last. He was right.
You need that 3 horse to win the favorite.
Yeah, it's not. The 6-horse went wire to wire. Oh, there comes the 4. 6-horse wire to wire, 12-1. See, now if I'd have had the 6-horse, I'd have
Wow,
moved-
you
I'm
did
a-
finish dead last.
Yeah.
He did.
I can. I
The
watched John.
The horse was in second place. A neck, like behind by a neck. When you said this, the horse is toast. You're gonna finish dead last. You gotta give credit to Dave. I don't even watch horse racing. I mean, his horse is second, coming around the turn.
I've
and
watched
finished
I've watched a
dead
few
last.
races in my life. I know how what it looks
You
like when
did
they
finish
run.
dead
Yeah.
last. Great prediction.
It wasn't a prediction; it was fact. Well, all I can tell you
We're
is
gonna call that
how
horse
many games have
Blue.
you watched, right, in your life? You can tell when something's about to happen, right?
Yeah.
I've watched enough races to know pretty good idea what's going to happen or real close to it.
Yeah.
So while you're still sweating on the far turn, I already know I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've already come to the conclusion. My ticket was in the trash on the far turn.
Yep. So
Oh, there it is.
man down.
Man down. It's all
Yep.
good. They have another one tomorrow.
They have another one tomorrow.
Well, I got 12 more bucks for tomorrow.
I got $12 for every day. I have
Yeah.
won many of them. So
The horse racing does happen every day.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about it.
7 days a week there's a $12 tournament, and on the weekends, well, Fridays there's a $190 one. Saturday there is a $350 one, and on Sundays a $250 one. And I usually try to play a qualifier into. It's 1 out of every 10. You have to put up whatever 10% of that is. The buy-in is a little more juice, but I try to win my way. And then if I win my way in, I will play. They do a tournament right before the big tournament, so a little 6-race tournament. And if you win your way in, then
I will tell you, it looks like the Steelers are actually playing their starters here on this first possession. Wouldn't have expected that. They're just motoring right down the field. It's been 5 plays. They moved the ball about 50 yards in 5 plays. So,
Right.
Atlanta.
what do we got?
Atlanta
What do we
did
got in
stop
that
them
game?
on that.
I can't read
Just
it.
Pittsburgh to win.
Okay. And
Atlanta
what's
did
the other
stop
one?
them on 1st and 10, so second Indy to win.
How can you see that? Where are you seeing that at?
Right,
on the floor.
It's on the floor over here to my
Oh,
left.
okay, on the casino floor.
Yeah, where you're completely blocked
Oh,
off.
I can't see it at all.
Here we go.
Oh, we bring it. Okay, we brought up the game. I think we're behind everybody when it's on computer.
Yep.
Yeah. So what is there a score?
No,
Or
just
just
started.
started.
No,
Just started.
Pittsburgh's got a 2nd and 11 on the 36th live. And
A little Kenny Pickett action.
Yeah.
the
Is
Steelers,
he getting
Former
better?
Pittsburgh
Is he
Panther.
getting better?
The Steelers have been very good in the preseason here so far. And matter of fact, I think I just completed a pass down to the 1.
They're playing the Falcons.
They are
Mhm.
playing Atlanta in Atlanta.
And Atlanta, who has the cheapest concessions you've ever seen, by
Mhm.
the way.
I've heard that. I have heard that.
Yeah, you can get a hot dog, nachos, a pretzel,
I believe George
and a
Pickens,
drink for $20.
I believe George
Really?
Pickens just pulled down a great catch inside
Here-
the 5.
In St. Louis, you cannot. I want to tell you,
Anybody
went-
else.
last Sunday night, I went with my wife and my daughter to the St. Louis City game, and it was miserably hot outside. Just unbearable. We left at halftime. So I decided to get a hot dog, a Chicago dog. Take a guess what this, I'm not going to name the name of the vendor, but it's a local hot dog place. I got a Chicago dog.
By
Yeah.
your reaction, I'd say $12.
Damien, do you have a guess?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
How much was a Chicago dog
at the St. Louis
soccer
City
game?
game.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Just take a guess.
$10.
Okay, you're way wrong. $15.69
Wow.
for
Wow.
a Chicago dog.
Wow.
It was very good, but
What was on it? I'll tell you if it was very good.
no,
Just
you
check-
don't like any of the stuff
Check
that's
that
on.
catch
Oh,
out by George
God.
Pickens on that play right there. Pittsburgh did score a play later. Najee Harris barreled into the end zone
Oh, they
Najee,
called
give
him.
the ball to
They called him
Najee.
down at the 1.
on that play. Yeah, Pickens just.
So this is behind.
Yeah, it's
Pickens.
behind by about
Watch the
60
replay
seconds,
of this
45
catch.
seconds.
All
George,
right.
the Steelers' offense has been dynamite in the preseason. You know, they've turned Kenny Pickett loose, but he's got some weapons on the outside.
That was in.
George
Yeah, he got both
Pickens.
feet in.
Huh.
They punch it in now
And
with a
Naj-
give the ball to
Najee.
Najee.
Najee Harris.
Yeah.
The Steelers have some very good weapons.
So what do
went
they do? Just play their starters on the first drive and that's it?
I'm guessing that's all they're going to do in
Each
this game.
team's
My
different, but
guess.
Are the over-unders, since the starters are in the first drive, are the over-unders like at 40 now? or
Nah,
no?
yeah,
30, I
38.
think this game was 38.
So they
and
went
half.
up by a
Look,
point,
there's
maybe.
1, 2. You got it
Yeah,
down.
see?
It was just a great
That's
catch.
a great catch. Who caught it?
George Pickens.
George Pickens, the
He's-
former Georgia Bulldog,
Yeah.
the former dog.
Pickett and Pickens.
I remember, if you remember,
The double P. The double P
Pickett
threat.
and Pickens.
you
Yeah.
remember 2 weeks ago I told you I'm going to break down. I'm going to bet the Steelers over as much as I don't like betting on my own team.
And what is it again?
8.5.
Okay.
I went ahead and I bet the Steelers over their season total.
I want to look. What about their schedule? What's their rank of like how hard their schedule
Their
is?
schedule is actually pretty favorable. I mean, other than their division's brutal. I mean, they get both San Francisco and Seattle at home, which is the two best. They play the two best teams at home. They go to Arizona. They play the NFC South this year.
The Rams season
Or
total
the
this year.
AFC South, excuse me. Rams were 6.5.
Okay. I
Well,
like the
Steelers
under.
open with San
I like the under.
Francisco.
Like I said, I think the Rams and the Raiders should both try to tank the season and for Caleb Williams. I think it's the best thing either one of those teams could do, and they both be given a pass by their fans if they did it. I
Yeah.
think the Rams have a little bit more to work with.
Well, the Rams are 6.5, and the Cardinals are 4.5.
The Rams have more to work with, than Arizona does right now. I mean, Cooper Kupp's still in the league. Well, I mean, assuming he's back to being fully healthy, I'm not touching him in fantasy leagues. I know there are people who swear by him. I don't have a problem with that. He's that great a route runner. But he's had an ACL tear, and now he had a serious injury last year that caused him to miss the last 5 or 6 weeks. He already got banged up in the preseason. I'm not touching Cooper Kupp, and he's phenomenal. When
He is. He
But
is.
I'm gonna let somebody else. I'm gonna let somebody else enjoy his services.
Well,
in
they
my
sold
league.
out. They got their Super Bowl, right? Would you do that as a fan, and then be terrible for years to come after you get a Super Bowl win?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, like I said, the Rams still at least have something to work with.
Yeah, they're not horrible.
I mean, if I'm the Rams, I trade Aaron Donald. I get what I can get for him now.
Yeah.
Honestly,
What's he making? I know it's big, but do you know?
he's big money. I
Yeah.
think he's got 2 years left on his contract.
He'll get paid again.
Oh, he's going to retire.
You think so?
Yeah.
Really? I don't know.
He
I've been watching this TV show too much. Players come out of fake retirement.
I mean,
They get offered like 2-year, $30 million.
Aaron Donald, at least 31 years old. I mean, he's by the time his free agency, he'd be like 33. That's very, very old for an interior lineman.
Yeah, but
That's very.
he's a
old.
beast. He's
He
not
is-
your average interior lineman.
He is a beast, but that's very old for an interior lineman. I'm not gonna. I said that's why I think they should trade him now while they can. That's why I told Tennessee should trade Henry while they can, while they have some value. Look, I mean, Indianapolis is trying to I mean, Jonathan Taylor's made it clear he wants out of Indianapolis. The Colts said, go ahead and try to find somebody that'll trade, that'll give you your contract and meet our trade demands. That's not going to happen. Nobody's going to meet his contract demands and give up the equivalent of a first-round pick. It's not going to happen. The Dolphins evidently put forth some sort of proposal, but it's nowhere near enough to. It's nowhere near enough that the Colts are going to say yes, and he has until next Tuesday to get this done. And I don't think Jonathan Taylor is going to sit out the season. If he doesn't get it done, Atlanta goes 3-and-out, by the way, on their first possession. I don't think he's going to sit out the season. Running back lives are short. Look what happened to Le'Veon Bell. He sat out a year. He was never anything close to a productive. Jonathan Taylor didn't make it through last year. I believe he was injured the year before. He had the one great season. The Steelers are just motoring down the field again. They're inside the 10. They're just, I just don't, listen, I know a lot of these running backs are upset, that they can't get the money or whatever, but the quality production at the running back, it's just too short a term. Receivers are safe. Your quarterback's safe. Your pass rushing out lineman's safe. That's safe places to put your money. Your stud offensive tackle, that's a safe place. Those guys are great for 10 to 12 years.
What's Pollard getting paid now? Did he re-sign a contract? Or
I believe he signed the franchise tag. So he's got, I believe the franchise tag somewhere around 11 million. Saquon Barkley basically did the same thing with the Giants. The difference there is that he has big bonuses tied into that contract. But those big bonuses are basically the equivalent, of him having a career year to get to reach those bonuses.
but Saquon's almost out of his rookie contract, right?
Yeah, this is the last year of his rookie contract. This is the last year of
He'll
his
get paid.
contract. See, that's the thing. I don't know that he will. He's had 2 torn ACLs. The Steelers just scored again. He's had 2 torn ACLs. He's had serious injury problems. He's not going to get that big money contract.
Well, when you say big money, to me, big money and what your big money are probably two different things.
Well, no, he's
it's all relative to NFL. Big
Yeah,
money.
yeah. No,
NFL.
that's what I'm saying. What's a big NFL running back contract? 15 a year, 20 a year.
McCaffrey got paid, and McCaffrey got I believe he's like 12 to 14. He got paid.
How long did he get?
Yeah, Pittsburgh's up 14. But I wouldn't give big money to a running back. If I'm running a team, you got to be smart. And some of these teams get into salary cap hell because of they give out these contracts to like the Steelers were in salary cap purgatory last year because of all the money they gave to Roethlisberger, and they kept extending out his contract and converting his money into a signing bonus to get to extend the cap, and then they had Roethlisberger eating $30 million of dead weight on his contract. The Raiders have that same problem with Derek Carr this year when they traded him. The Raiders have like $60 million dead money tied up in contracts. Now, some of that was
they're in bad shape.
Yeah, some of that was like Henry Ruggs, for example, who is spending the next 3 to 6 years in prison for the accident that killed the lady and her dog in Vegas.
What?
Yeah, Henry Ruggs was involved.
Driving 100
He was driving
100
miles an hour and killed somebody. And he's but I mean, I believe there's another play. I can't remember the other player the Raiders had signed to a huge money contract that just didn't live up to the terms. The Raiders have like 45% of their cap just tied up in dead money, which is dead money is basically a player who's not on the roster that they're still paying, who's counting against their salary cap.
Yep. The most famous one of all time of dead money is Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah. Yeah, getting $1 million a year.
Well, at the time, there was no salary cap in baseball at the time where he signed his contract. So
they wanted to defer the money.
They deferred the money, but it's not dead money. Dead money, I'm talking dead money on the salary cap. The salary cap's, I believe it's $220 million right now for this season. So if you have 45% of your money in dead money, basically the Raiders are spending almost $100 million on players that are not even on their roster. So, yeah, but like I said, you announced, like I said, Dave sent us a text saying the announced money doesn't mean anything. It's the signing bonus, and the guaranteed money that's part of the money. But at the same time, that money comes to a head at some point against the salary cap. And the Raiders have $100 million on that salary cap that is not being used on players on that roster. So basically, most teams have very small amounts of dead money on their cap, where a player who they gave a guaranteed contract either got hurt or they cut him. And, they're just not the same caliber player that they were. And maybe he was Maybe they signed him to a 5-year, $30 million contract. He got 10 million guaranteed. They cut him 3 years into the deal. So, you
So the
prorate,
non-guaranteed money goes against the salary cap.
all the money goes against the
Okay,
cap.
all right.
But what happens is, okay, say you got a $10 million guarantee over a 5-year contract. But what they do on the salary cap, say the guy gets cut after 3 years.
Okay.
That's $4 million in dead money. You can make that over that time.
Okay.
So he got 2 million for each year. So so now at that point you have $4 million in dead money against the cap if you cut the guy after 3 years. And the team now that's why they have a June 1st deadline. Is if the team releases it before the June 1st deadline that year, say that they have to eat the whole 4 million that year. But after June 1st, you'll see a lot of players get cut you'll see the post June 1st cuts if you ever
Right.
read the paper. After the June 1st cut, then they can split it between that season and the next season,
Okay.
which helps out the salary cap. And
That makes sense.
yeah, so but like I said, the Raiders have $100 million literally tied up on players who aren't, like Derek Carr, got a big money contract 2 years ago from the Raiders, and I believe he got like a $40 million signing bonus, and he got a 5-year contract. Well, they could prorate it for the 8 million and the 8 million. Well, all of a sudden, that $24 million they're eating. Now they traded him after June 1st, I believe, so they were able to prorate that 24 million into. They could, if they traded him before. I don't remember when they traded him. It might have been before. They had to eat the whole 24 million this year
Yeah.
against the cap. So that comes immediately off the cap. So if your cap was 220, all of a sudden, just because they don't have Derek Carr anymore, their salary cap is now 196 million. And then Henry Ruggs was the same way. He had his contract. He was a top 10 pick or 12th pick or something. He was a fairly early first round pick. He got a nice signing bonus. He only played 1 year, 2 years. He played 2 years, excuse me. He had a 5-year contract as a first round pick. So they had 3 years full of dead money against the cap. So just say just hypothetically, he got 15 million in guaranteed money. Well, 9 million more of that came straight off the cap. Darren Waller just got traded to the Giants. He had a nice contract. He signed a nice contract a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And he
can't stay healthy.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
played the
problem.
last 2 years. He hasn't played. I kind of think he quit on the team myself, but whatever. So he had the same thing for him. He had he either had 2 or 3 years left on his contract. Say he got a $20 million signing bonus. Well, say he had 4 years and it was 20 million. Well, now 10 million of that's dead cap money. So all that money just adds up and it decreases what the actual what the actual value of that roster is. So I know it's a little bit complex and a little boring, but all that stuff kind of takes its toll on the team. And the Raiders just don't have very much talent right now. They have a lot of wasted money that's they're not going to get anything out of it.
Speaking of Derek, I am curious what New Orleans does this year. Right? I don't know.
They're the favorite in their division. Their total's 9.5. New Orleans' frontline talent is very good, but New Orleans had almost no money against the cap. And when New Orleans traded for Carr and signed him to the contract, Carr's getting almost nothing in base salary this year because the Saints couldn't afford it. And but he took a big signing bonus, so the Saints were able to extend the contract out over, I believe it was 4 or 5 years, and he has some sort of bonus. You can manipulate the cap in certain ways, but I believe he got like a $30 million signing bonus, and they were just able to backload it to where the contract's going to not cost him anything this year. I believe he's playing for the NFL minimum this year, as far as like his salary.
Right. I get it.
He got the $30 million bonus.
It's got incentives.
It's got incentive. But I believe he signed it after June 1st, so they could move some of the money into the following season, and then prorate it based on that. So it's really complex. But the Saints, like I said, they have incredible frontline talent. The Saints are as thin as it comes, though. If the Saints suffer any type of injuries, they're in trouble. And the problem in the NFL is teams don't generally stay fully healthy.
I don't know any
And
team that stays fully
well, that's
healthy.
what I mean. If the Saints have some of their key players get hurt, they're in deep trouble because the quality after their frontline players it drops off dramatically. You know, Alvin Kamara was lucky to get 3 games. That saved the. I thought he was going to get 8. I probably think he should have got 8, but he paid off the guy that him and his crew assaulted, and you know, that guy was not willing to really, you know, Vegas couldn't in Las Vegas. They decided to drop the charges because the guy got paid, and that guy.
Wonder what he got.
Oh, I guarantee you, he got a solid mid-6 figures with Kamara's money and his contract. He got paid, especially to shut up. And you know, now Kamara's just losing 3 game checks. So you know, I believe Kamara makes $9 million this year, so he's going to lose basically 1/6 of his salary. So that's what 1.5 million, or no 1.5. Yeah, about 1.5 million be 1/6 of his salary. So if he would have got 8 like I thought he was going to get, all of a sudden that's $4.5 million of his salary. So to pay the guy 500 grand, save yourself 3 million. You know, you're going to come out way ahead on that. So I'm sure he got all his medical bills taken care of and for his pain and suffering, and it was probably worth it for him to get his butt
I'm
whipped
curious.
like he did.
Well, I'm curious what he got.
Well, I'm sure you're not going to be able to find
No,
it.
yeah, I'm sure not.
Yeah, that's the under the table hush money, Dave.
I don't know if I could take at my age take an ass whooping. If you told me even for 150,000,
For mid 6 figures,
like 500,000,
yeah,
mess me up.
exactly.
Hey, that's the conversation we had on the radio show
Yeah.
That was
with
exactly my point.
Yeah,
with Evan Elder's leg kick.
yeah. What's it
how
worth?
much is an Evan Elder leg kick worth?
$500,000. I mean, they make wheelchairs.
Wheelchairs. $500,000.
I'm 52 years old. I don't know how long I'm going to work, buddy. I mean, 500,000 gets me a little closer to never working again.
Your wife would gladly push you around in a wheelchair.
She might throw me over the bridge and take the 500,000. I don't know. Wheel me off the edge of the rope.
Oh God.
$500,000 is not a lot. I probably wouldn't do for $500,000.
Right.
I don't know. I would be. By the way, the Steelers are driving inside the 30 again. This is.
Would you take a leg kick from a professional UFC fighter for $500,000?
Like them kick me in the leg?
You have no idea how bad it hurts.
Well, actually, I do.
Okay, so would you take one from a UFC fighter for $500,000? You know you're not walking for a while. Yeah.
Oh, I know that.
John, would you?
The question, would it be a calf?
You would not? For
would it be-
$500,000?
Would they be kicking you in the calf or the thigh? That's
Probably the
question.
calf.
Ooh, they
Shin.
They could break the tibia or the fibula then. That might, yeah.
I mean,
I wouldn't.
honestly,
I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take. If it was a calf kick, I might take. I'm not a calf. If it was in the
for
thigh,
$500,000, they could probably cut off my leg. They make prosthetics too.
your wife might be all for that.
Maybe one prosthetic. Only I would think that's funny.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
Like some of that stuff you hear on the movies. Like, what was that movie Saw? Where they had to do these crazy things.
I've never seen it.
Oh gosh, that was a classic movie.
Yeah.
Saw.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Well, I think they had to do those to live. They trapped all these people in a room. They had to do these crazy things in order to survive.
Dave's parlay is looking pretty promising right now.
What's our parlay? I didn't even know.
Dave's parlay. He has the Cubs and the Pirates over 8.5. 3-3 in the third.
All right, winner.
He has the Steelers on the money line.
Winner.
And then he has the Colts.
All right,
which
let's
the Colts
go,
game
boys.
hasn't started yet.
Well, Damien put it together for me. So
Let's go, boys. You lost faith in me, huh?
no, you weren't around.
Yeah, I was in there.
I didn't see you.
Well,
He was the first one I saw.
We lost faith in
Okay.
you.
Well,
All right.
don't
Well,
get your feeling. Don't get
we were in the
butthurt.
winner's circle
he
last.
Don't
last
get
show.
get
He
butthurt.
would have bet no runs in the Cubs Pirates.
John
first
did
inning
pick
and
me
would've
100
lost.
There wasn't many
Wait,
good
2 weeks
no
ago-
runs in the first Nerfy bets
Wait.
tonight. Not many
2
good
weeks ago, John gave me a 3-teamer, and that was worth $143.
We did.
Yeah.
Cash that thing in?
I did.
Yeah.
It's spent.
Damn. All right.
What are you gonna do? Doesn't last long around me. Yeah, probably went on a few horses, a few $12 tournaments.
You didn't hit the
Yeah,
18 to 1 shots with
That's
it?
where the $12 went.
Maybe, but that doesn't last long either. There's always another race real quick. Yeah, you should see me in Vegas, John. Just plant my ass in the sports and race book. I don't need anything else. By 5 o'clock Vegas time, I'm done for the day. Go home, take a nap, go eat dinner, go to sleep, get up at 5 in the morning and start looking at the racing.
5 in the morning?
I go to bed by 9 o'clock in Vegas.
Why?
Why? Because the race book and sports book open up at 9 o'clock in the morning. So
9 o'clock?
Yeah, 9 o'clock in the
Why
morning.
you wake up at 5 o'clock?
Because I got to do my handicapping for the day.
Dude, oh. 5 o'clock in the morning, you're going to be in bad shape.
There's 7 or 8 racetracks running during the day. You can't handicap them all while they're running.
You're going to be in bad shape waking up at 5 a.m.
No, I go to sleep by 9.
If I wake up at 5 a.m., I use the bathroom and go right back to bed.
So when you're in Vegas, you're not in bed by 9?
I'm not on a schedule. First time I was in Vegas, I stayed at the same poker table at Bellagio for 36, or no, I'm sorry, it was 46 hours.
That's usually
At
about
the same seat, at the same table. But I was 22 years old. You know?
Yeah.
We're on a different clock than 22 than 42.
Yeah.
A little bit of a different
Try
clock.
52. I'm beat. 9 o'clock comes around. This old man's in bed.
There were a couple interesting happenings that happened in the NFL today. Isaiah Simmons, who's been completely poorly utilized by the Arizona Cardinals, is unfortunately traded to the Giants.
Well, they're not going anywhere.
As much as I
Arizona's not doing anything this year.
No, they're not. But I don't like him going to the Giants because I believe the Giants will utilize. He's already the best linebacker on the Giants. And as we all know, I bet big money on the Giants under.
Under 6.
That's it.
Was it?
Under 8.5, and then I bet him under again at 7.5.
Well, they went way down.
Yeah. So I just doubled down on the Giants under. But I think the Giants have one of the worst rosters, honestly, defensively in the NFL. I believe they're the weakest team in their division. I did play the Redskins or Commanders, whatever. I played them over this year, over 6.5. I believe the Giants are by far the weakest team in the division. But getting Isaiah Simmons is a great get for that team. Simmons has a lot of athletic ability. It may take him a week or two to learn what he's supposed to do. It'll take a few weeks to learn what he's supposed to do. But he's out of that hellhole in Arizona, which,
Well, the Giants already had a good defense. You didn't think so.
I don't. No, the Giants don't have a good defense.
I think they do.
The Giants have a couple of decent defensive line. That's what the Giants have.
Oh.
They
were not that bad last year.
They have a really good safety. Actually, they were.
I don't think
so. The thing is the Giants played nobody last year. The Giants' schedule was very, very soft last year. They had the easiest schedule in the NFL last year. That was not their division. I mean, and what happened? The Giants played the Eagles. They got blown the daylights out of them.
Yes, they did.
They got crushed. They tied a really bad Washington team in one game where they were very, very fortunate, and they won another game where they were very, very fortunate because Washington, there was a garbage non-call where Washington should have had a pass interference penalty in the end zone. How the heck they didn't call that, I don't know. That was one of the worst non-calls of the season last year. Any Washington fan can know exactly what I'm talking about. That other game. The Giants were just very, very fortunate. They got to play a bad Indy team. They got to play a bad Bears team. They got to play they got to play a bad Detroit team. They got to play a Green Bay when they weren't very good. They won. They squeaked out a game against Tennessee to start the season. They played Houston. You know, they played all the teams last year, and they managed to squeak out 9 wins. They were a fraud. You know, like kind of like Minnesota. The Vikings were a fraud last
Yeah, they. Oof,
year. You know,
man,
you know,
that was disappointing because I was kind of rooting. This year, I'm rooting for Detroit. Plus 175 to win the division. I like it.
I will tell you. I think Detroit. Boy, I would. I think if you want to take a long shot on a team to win a division, I mean, other than Pittsburgh, and I still think Cincinnati, man for man's got almost is the best team in the NFL, assuming Joe Burrow's healthy. But,
Who's their backup? Since he's backup,
oh God, I'm drawing a blank on his name. I don't think much of him.
who's going to start the season?
I believe Burrow's going to start the season. But if you want to take, you know, I was talking about the Bears last week. I'm really
Jake
impressed.
Browning,
Jake Browning.
the
I
former
believe it's
Washington Husky.
yeah, former Washington Husky. I'm not a big
Yeah.
fan of him.
Yeah, he's a career backup.
Yeah, and
If he's playing, they're not going to be in great shape.
yeah, if he's playing, they're in trouble. And Cincinnati's got a brutal start. They open up at Cleveland, and then they get Baltimore. So yeah, I mean,
You consider Cleveland a brutal opening?
you're going on the road, a division game on the road.
I guess.
You know, those teams all beat each other up last year.
Yeah.
I think they all split with each other last year. They went 3-3. Every team in that division was 3-3 last year. So you know, I can't. Yeah. So I mean, that's just that's tough right there. So that's a tough start for Cincinnati. They need Joe Burrow to be healthy. You know,
Let's do this, John. Let's take a break.
Yeah, let's take a break.
Let's do that. We'll come back and talk some college football this
Yeah,
weekend.
we got some week 0 action, guys.
Yeah, we need some picks for this weekend.
Yep,
Right?
some week 0
All
action.
right, let's hit the break button,
Let's take a
John.
break, and we'll be back in 2 minutes, guys.
There we go.
I've got a golden ticket.
That's a winner!
We're back here live at DraftKings at Casino Queen. This beautiful, not beautiful Thursday
Well,
evening.
it's going to be beautiful this weekend.
Yeah,
We got another 100-degree day tomorrow, and then we're cruising on into the 80s.
yeah, I like it. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
couldn't feel like I could breathe well outside today. It was nasty. Absolutely nasty.
Yeah. I mean, last 4 days you went outside, you're like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Let me get
Yeah.
back.
Today was the worst though.
You
104 out there today.
you walk outside, and, like my glasses just fog right up.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely.
Yep. I know where it's not going to be 100 degrees, and that's going to be in Ireland, where the Fighting Irish are. They're
Getting
playing in
play
Ireland,
Getting
David.
ready to play the Naval Academy.
Yeah, the Naval Academy. Our Navy's going to Ireland.
When is it?
That is Saturday.
Saturday. It's the first game of the year.
Wow.
Yep.
What time? Early morning?
Saturday.
It says 1:30.
Oh, 1:30. Wow.
1:30 is that Eastern?
So that'll be
or-
that'll be about a 7:30 p.m., 8:30 p.m. at night, somewhere around there, Ireland time.
Well, if it I believe they're
6 hour different.
I believe they're 5 from us. I know England's 6. I believe Ireland's an hour. I believe
Okay.
if I remember right.
1:30 is. I think that's Central.
So I
We're gonna
believe
find
it
out.
would be a 6.
7-0 Philadelphia over our
Yeah.
lovely Colts.
Very early.
Yeah, Philly returned to kickoff 75 yards and
Oh,
scored
wow,
5
really?
plays later. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Wow.
That's my third leg of the parlay. I need the Colts, but it's a long game. We'll be all right.
Yeah, the game literally just started.
Yeah. Yeah. Not a way you want to start your third leg when the other two look very promising.
Hey,
Huh?
you could go hedge it. You can't now because you can't. You got the Colts, right?
Yeah.
You can't now because the team's winning.
Yeah. If the Colts were up like 10-0, I could hedge it, or 7-0. Could do it. Get a price. I could get a price at 0-0. I could get a price.
Yeah, or you need the Colts to take the lead.
Well, the Colts are favored.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Colts were like a 6-point favorite. I just put them on the money line.
Yeah, that's okay. It's early. Long way to go. No sweat yet. I'll worry about it if it's out of hand or, yeah. I don't worry about it. What inning we got?
What inning? It's 3-3 in the
Three,
Still
fourth.
three in the
3-3 in
fourth.
the
Okay.
fourth.
All right.
Yeah.
Just
You
need
don't-
that game to get to 4-4.
Yep. 4-4 and it's over.
Yeah. If you don't hit
Or Yeah.
3 runs and 6 innings in that game, then you
We had an
hang
interesting
it up as the scam of the year if that doesn't happen.
we had an interesting happening in one of the preseason
Uh-huh.
games on Saturday. New England and Green Bay played.
Yeah.
The game was 21-17.
Oh yeah, they stopped the game.
They stopped the game with 10 minutes and 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, what that means is there was no point total and there was no point spread.
We wondered what would happen because I had I would have.
Boyd,
Yeah.
money.
Well, I'm just saying I would have had a 5-teamer that would have become a 4-teamer if they would have canceled the game when the lights went out about a month
Yeah,
ago.
the
or,
Hall
you
of
know,
Fame
Yeah, the
game.
Hall of Fame game.
Yep, you
We
had
were,
the
we were
under.
hoping for the lights to go out.
Yeah.
And thanks to Mr. Riffy on top of that touchdown, I stayed in a little extra Cardinal traffic.
Yeah.
Thanks for the directions, Mr. Riffy. Appreciate that.
But yeah, David had the under.
Yeah.
They're about to score.
For a 5-teamer.
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 They had the under, and they're about to score to crush his under and crush the ticket. And the lights go out. So they're like, "Oh, we might cancel this game."
Yeah, they want
And
to.
it's like, "Yes, we might cancel it. This is crazy. I might win this." And then they announce, "Nope, we're gonna finish the last 6 minutes of this meaningless."
And
game."
2 minutes later, touchdown.
Yeah.
So much. I'm hoping to win a ticket for the lights to go out and them canceling the game in preseason. Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah. The old Hall of Fame game.
Hall of Fame
you know?
game. That's what I get for. That's my tail end of a parlay is the Hall of Fame game.
Gotta have some action.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we're gonna have some action this weekend.
let's go.
Notre Dame
Come on, we
and
need some
Navy,
picks. We need some action.
21 and a half, 21 to 20 and a half. You can find it anywhere from 20 and a half to 21 and a half, guys. I don't know. It's going to be really hard not to take those points. I don't know.
I mean, Notre Dame's got a new offense. They got a new quarterback.
Yep. The Sam
Yeah.
Hartman-led Notre Dame Fighting Irish, the transfer from Wake Forest, coming to give that offense some life, maybe. But Notre Dame loses their, I'd say, star offensive coordinator. Their coordinator, Tommy Rees, the former quarterback of Notre Dame, goes to Alabama with Nick Saban.
Yeah, but I don't think he was that. I honestly don't think he was that highly thought. I don't think highly of him. Notre Dame's offense wasn't that great last year.
No, but they had no weapons. They had no players.
Well, he's going down to Alabama, where he's still got he's got no quarterback down there in
Yeah,
Alabama.
got no quarterback. They don't know who their quarterback's going to be. If it's
So
Jalen Milroe or Tyler Bucknell, they have no clue who it's going to be yet. I don't know if Saban's going to tell everybody until, the day of the game. Who knows? They may use Milroe. He's more of the runner. They may use him in some red zone packages. I don't know.
I mean, it was probably not a good time for him to go take the Alabama job when he has no quarterback to work with down there.
Yeah. There was another offensive coordinator that went and took the Alabama job when Alabama did not know who their quarterback was going to be. Lane Kiffin. The Lane train went to Alabama in 2015 and won a national championship. Kiffin was a great offensive coordinator, followed by Sarkisian. Sarkisian was a great offensive coordinator. The 2020 national championship game, the way he used Devontae Smith, that was incredible. The way he used Devontae Smith in that game, one of the best offensive coordinating jobs I've seen in a national championship game.
While Sarkisian got the job at USC, I mean, he did it
for Texas.
Excuse me. He managed to, he made that offense go. Look, like I said, now he's at Texas, and it looks like the quarterback from last year is going to hold off the Manning, Arch Manning, and Texas has got a world of talent. Obviously they have to replace Bijan Robinson, but they got a world of talent, and we'll see. The quarterback play wasn't very good for them last year. We'll see if the kid's able to step up and produce for the Longhorns. But
yep, that's going to be a big. Texas has a big game in week 2. Yep. Texas going to Tuscaloosa, Alabama and Texas in week 2. That'll be.
What's the line?
The line on that, I don't know. Let me look. That's a good question.
I'm going to guess Alabama's 4. I don't think it's going to be that. I don't think it's that big. Alabama's going to be favored because they're just better everywhere on the field.
They're at home.
And they're at home.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, you get a field goal just for being at home.
Yeah, but that's what their quarterback situation's so shaky that I don't think it'll be that big of a. I don't think they'd be that big of a favorite. There are, I said, there's like 5 or 6 games this Saturday.
6.5.
6.5.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah, there's 5 or 6 games Saturday. USC's the other name team that plays.
What would you take? 6.5. Alabama favored by 6.5.
I honestly, I'd like to see. You're not going to really find out much with Alabama playing the Little Sisters of the Poor week 1.
Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah, well, I think they were like 2-10 last year.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to find out much them because they'll just be able to run the ball down their throats.
Yeah.
Did I tell you my Middle Tennessee story? Have I told you that? Middle Tennessee State story? Have I told you my gambling story?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Okay, well, it's short.
Okay.
So I can't lose. Betting with a bookie years ago, right?
Okay.
I'm just crushing everything. And I get a call. I never get a call. I just put my bets in, and I get a call from my bookie, and he goes, "What the beep do you know about Middle Tennessee State?" I said, "They're on TV. That's what I know about Middle Tennessee State, and I'm betting it. That's it." And I won. He's like, "What do you know about Middle?" I don't even know. I don't know. It's on TV. That's it. That's all I know. I won.
The Blue Raiders.
The Blue Raiders. Yeah, that's it. It's not that funny, but that's my story. Yeah. I don't know anything about Middle Tennessee State. I know I can
line up against the Elephants of the Crimson Tide in week 1. So.
What's that line?
30.
Yeah, I was gonna say 30.
Yeah. Probably bigger than that, to tell you the truth. That one might be 40.
Well, what about this weekend? Come on, let's get some action.
Well,
right. Navy Notre Dame. Notre Dame's giving up 21.5. But
you say take the points.
I would lean to taking the points. I mean, I'm
like
not
the points.
It's not one where I put my neck out and say I think this. I'm not going to play any of those games this weekend.
Well, John is.
The only game I'm even considering is laying the 30 with USC.
Who they playing?
San Jose State.
The Spartans.
The Spartans.
Yeah.
That's the only one I'm even, because USC can name their score in that game. The only thing you got to worry about there is some sort of backdoor cover, I think.
Yeah, I mean, San Jose State 10-2 or 9-3 last year. 9-3, bringing the QB back, Cordero.
You like
I
taking
don't know.
those
They're
points.
9-3.
You like taking those points. Those
I don't
long-
know. I was looking at the San Jose State team total. It's 17.
Okay. So they're projecting for USC to 47, right? If it's 30-point spread, they're
Yeah,
projecting
67 total.
67 total.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? You said USC.
USC can score as many points as they want to in that game.
Yeah, I mean, USC is going to move the ball, score some points there. You know, it's USC. San
So
Jose
you
State
like
can't keep up
17 and a
defensively.
half? They got the hook?
That's the team.
Yeah, I know. You got
Yeah.
the hook, 17 and a half or 17?
I'm taking the over.
Is it 17 or 17 and a half?
I seen it 17.
I would
Okay.
probably
I
play
did
the
see it
under in that.
17.
I don't think San Jose State's going to score more than 17. I'd probably play the under in that game. Actually, you know what? There is one other game. I was talking about this. Oh, Vanderbilt is laying basically 18 to Hawaii.
It used to be fun to watch Hawaii play.
Yeah, it used to
It
be.
used to be.
Uh,
Big scoring games.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they had Timmy Chang and a couple other quarterbacks who really put up
Colt Brennan.
running. Colt Brennan. When they had the run and shoot offenses with June Jones, they were enjoyable to watch. It's not the same as it was then.
No.
Hawaii's going to come and play at Vanderbilt on Saturday in the heat and the humidity. It's supposed to be 98 in Nashville on Saturday.
God. It can't be safe for those guys to play football in that. It can't.
Those and Vanderbilt's having all this construction done on their stadium. The stadium looks ridiculous, by the way. I can't believe they're actually going to play games in that stadium while they're doing.
I can't believe they
while
didn't get the work done.
While
It
they're
looks incredible.
while they're renovating the stadium. I mean, it's just like this big old empty, like 1/3 of the field where there's nothing toward one of the end zones. There's literally nothing. You look
Like
out,
a high school field.
Well, you look out and you actually see, like, if you look down at the overhead aerial view, you actually see like cranes and stuff just sitting in the back behind the end zone and the goalposts. It looks ridiculous. It's literally 1/3 of the field where there's just nothing there. But
can you imagine as a receiver running a fly route into a construction zone?
Yeah. So I mean, listen, the crazy. I mean, those kids from Hawaii, they've never felt what they're going to feel in that heat. By the time the second half, that team is going to just die in the second half. Not literally. I mean, just they're going to be absolutely.
So lay the
exhausted.
18.
I don't know how you don't lay the 18 in the second. Whatever the second half line is, bet Vanderbilt. Just bet. Hawaii might keep the game close for a half. Whatever the second half line is, just bet Vanderbilt.
I like the thought process though. It can't be, but seriously, it can't be safe to go out and. Oh, you weren't kidding.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't lie. I wish we could post this photo up and you just see how ridiculous it looks out there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah, go see that, guys. If you haven't seen Vanderbilt Stadium, can you imagine running a fly route into a fence?
Pittsburgh scored again, by the way.
I know, right? Yeah. Don't go to the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
It's danger zone. They should put not end zone, danger zone.
Construction zone.
Yeah, they need the yellow tape. Caution.
Yeah.
Do not run a route
Yeah.
back there.
They
Yeah.
need to put that netting they put around the baseball fields
Funny.
around that end of that end zone.
That's
But,
funny.
that I'm just a thought for y'all. I may come up here just to bet the second half of that game and bet Vanderbilt. I literally may just do it just for that.
Where are you gonna come?
Come here to DraftKings.
There you go.
Casino
There,
Queen.
nice little plug. I like it.
Come to DraftKings Casino Queen. Like I said, the game may be close. You might get a very favorable number
Well, what do you think the number's going to be?
in the
10?
second half. Well,
10?
it depends what the score is at the,
Well, that's
at that
true.
point.
Yeah. All right.
If say the game's 17-7. might only be 10 in the second half. They're 18-point favorite. Might be 10 in the second half. I'd lay the points
This is Saturday.
Saturday.
What time?
I don't remember what
Time's
time
the
the
game,
game
John?
starts.
The Vandy game?
Yeah.
6:30.
Oh,
6:30.
okay. We got an evening game. Got plenty of time.
So, well, I mean,
USC San Jose State's an evening game.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, but they're big different temperature.
Well, Ireland. I
Southern
wonder what the
California.
weather's in Ireland. It's got to be nice, right?
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about the extreme
Yeah.
heat there. But yeah, I get actually now that I think about it, I guess I won't be able to because I'll be having to go to work, so I won't be able to bet that second half.
Yeah, we got to get rid of those that 4-letter word, John.
Yeah.
All of us. That word work. That sucks.
Yeah.
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 You roll with the punches.
You got to pay
Well,
the bills.
that's what I say. If
one
I
way or
get
another.
punched or leg kicked and I get a $500,000,
There you
won't
go.
have to work as hard.
There you go.
Anybody willing to offer up the $500,000? I'm ready to sign.
This guy here.
Get me a couch and a Percocet, and we're okay.
He'll need the extra strength.
Yeah, well, okay, right? $500,000.
Yeah.
See, you'll heal, right?
What?
I'll heal.
You'll heal? Yeah. you'll
Might
heal.
take a while.
Yeah.
I'll heal. I don't know. That's not my. It's like my only out. That and hitting the lottery.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Right?
He can hit a horse box on an 18-1 and a 40-1.
Yeah, that's not enough. Oh yeah. Okay. Tie ball game. Colts come back. What's the score of the
It's still
Pittsburgh game?
24-0.
Oh, okay.
24-0.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
baseball game's gonna go over.
It's still 3-3.
All right.
3-3
I like
in
a
the
nice little
fifth.
ticket, Damien. You
It's-
put together
No,
for
it
me.
ain't over yet. It's still 3-3 in the
I'm still,
fifth.
but I got to sweat.
Yeah, you got to sweat.
I got to sweat.
Yeah.
I like sweats.
Yeah.
Then I like to cash
Yeah.
the ticket. What else we got?
I
Saturday?
think I'm going to take those points this weekend. The more I think about
Points.
it.
Which game?
Navy Notre Dame.
Okay, there you go. You just got to say what game.
I know it's Sam Hartman, blah, 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 but Notre Dame don't beat anybody by 21 hard. No. And I think my Spartans of San Jose State, I think they're going to give them a challenge.
And that Navy option.
What's the money line
tough
on
to-
that game?
Tough
The
to
San Jose
prepare
State,
for.
they got no shot.
Well, you
to
just
win the
said
game.
give them a challenge.
I know. I need them to cover, what is it,
30.
30. This guy's asking for the money line on a 30-point
Hey,
dog.
Mizzou was 20 and a half
Yeah.
point dogs against Georgia, and they should have won that
Well,
game.
yeah, but that's a little more realistic than San Jose State beating USC.
Okay, still same
Just
same
remember,
spread.
That's your ass beating of the year right there. I'm reminding you all. I'm telling you, Georgia, bet Georgia in that game against Mizzou. They will cover the spread.
Yeah.
It'll be a crushing.
In
It'll
Athens.
be. They will destroy Mizzou.
What's up, T?
in that game.
Yeah.
Hey, so you're saying bet Georgia?
Yes, when
Yeah,
they play
revenge
Mizzou,
factor in Athens.
they will remember. They will remember.
Kirby's not
Mizzou.
going to let them forget that.
Nope.
There was a story I heard this week that Kirby Smart, when he got the job at Georgia, David, this close to getting the job at South Carolina. Georgia, he graduated from Georgia. Kirby
Okay.
Smart did. So it's his alma mater. They heard that he was this close to getting the job at South Carolina, and they went and swooped him up with a good deal at the last second. Brought
Good-
him 2
good
national
coach.
championships.
Good coach.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, he's this close to getting the job at the lame cocks.
I can't wait to see the Dabotron.
Yeah, the
John
Dabo
called it the
guys.
Dabo, the
Yeah.
Dabotron.
Yeah. Dabo built it.
Dabo built.
Yeah, it's a new jumbotron that Dabo built.
Yep.
The Dabo.
I can't wait for that weekend.
It's gonna be
John,
fun.
it was a 10-hour drive, right?
Yeah, 10 hours.
I'm just curious what the drive home is going to be like. We talked about this last week or 2
Be
weeks
good.
ago. They better win. I should have picked
Be
a
good.
cupcake game to go to.
Hey, whoever loses that game, we're going to be right back in the ACC championship in December. Whoever loses that one, it's a rematch.
I know. I'm just
We'll
talking
have
about
the rematch.
short term, the drive home.
Oh no, yeah. I don't want to lose that one.
No, I don't want to
I'm
lose.
just saying, if
I want to see a win.
I'm just saying, if they lose, your drive home will be a lot quieter.
I say this about the loser of that game being in the ACC championship still because there's no divisions. But I don't know. Jordan Travis choked a lot last year. He choked on the road at NC State. So I don't know. I think my Clemson Tigers will be there if they lose it. But I don't know if the Knowles will be there.
What else is there to do in Clemson, South Carolina?
What else is there to do?
Yeah, we're going to be there. So what else? Food and
Nothing.
football.
Nothing else matters, David. What are you going to take me on a hike? The hell? What else is there to do?
I'm going to be 3 days with this man in close quarters.
Yeah. We don't have enough time there.
You'll be driving. You'll be looking for an Uber driver to take you anywhere.
No, I can't wait for the food.
Yeah, we'll have some good
The
food. We
food
don't
and the
have enough-
atmosphere.
We don't have enough time, but Saturday.
Like I
will be
said,
fun.
I haven't been to a college football game since
Yeah.
since my Arizona State
Yeah.
days.
Hey, Jason, what's up, buddy? What we got tonight? I need some winners. He said, "Don't ask me." Huh?
Thursday. Yeah. I like it.
You got baseball tonight, or what you got though? Oh,
Well, we got,
baseball's hard anyway. And no, Saturday we'll be tuned in.
we do have a couple of interesting games next Thursday as well in college.
College.
football.
All right. What do we got?
You got Minnesota and Nebraska. You know,
Next Thursday.
next Thursday, Minnesota, Nebraska.
Yeah, Minnesota, Nebraska, and then we got
What's the line on? Wait, what's the line on that?
Minnesota. That's a good- right, I got it
Yeah.
right here. Minnesota 7.5.
Okay.
Yep. Going on the road to row your boat.
You know,
PJ Fleck.
and
Yeah.
then
PJ Fleck, the row your boat.
and then your
That's
other
what he
the other
does,
the
row the
other
boat.
interesting
I
game.
got it.
The other interesting game is you'll see the Florida Gators will be going into Utah.
Yeah, they're going to
play-
Utah. Yeah.
To play in the altitude,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and
That's got to make a difference.
I
Oh,
like the
absolutely
Utah
it
Utes.
does.
The
I don't
Utes.
think
Utes.
Graham Mertz is that good at all.
What is the Utes? Like Utes in Italian.
You gotta
Like,
make
if you're Italian,
Google.
I'm just saying.
I believe
Is
they-
you?
I believe-
You?
I believe-
Like you?
I believe the
you.
Utes are an
Utes.
Indian.
What the-
I
okay.
believe it's an Indian
All right.
tribe.
I mean,
And
Utes.
in honor of the American Indian tribe.
Very
yeah.
good, Damien.
and
Damien. 2 points for Damien.
The
I like
American
it.
Indians.
Hey, we have trivia night with Damien.
Utah returns a lot of their football
Yep.
team, including
Yep.
their starting quarterback. I believe they return all 5 offensive linemen. That team's going to be very, very
7.5.
strong.
No, that's the Nebraska Minnesota.
Oh
game.
yeah. What's this one?
Utah is 5.5.
I think you lay the 5.5.
I don't
In
think
that
Graham
game,
Mertz is that good at all, you guys.
I
I
think
just
you
don't-
lay the 5.5 in that game,
Yeah.
and
We just talked about that. Yeah.
No, got a question about Florida State Clemson, but
He's a little
Uh,
biased.
yeah, but I'll tell you if the Knowles aren't that good.
All
Or
right.
I'll tell you if Clemson's not that good. Yeah, I'm just not sold on Jordan Travis. Yep, not sold on him.
We're going.
Right.
We're going to that
Yeah.
game
The
in
Florida
Clemson.
State game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll be going to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, he'll be
I-
entertaining.
I tell you, the top 10 team in college football that's got an absolutely brutal start to their schedule is actually LSU. Going to Tallahassee to play Florida State. They do have a bye week the following week. They play Grambling, but
They're going to Orlando.
or Orlando, whatever. Going to Orlando to play Florida State.
Which
Basically a road game.
well, which stop the neutral site money grab games.
It-
Let's go to the schools
it's,
and
it's
play.
basically a road game.
Stop the neutral
It's going to
site
be a
crap.
Florida State. It's going to be a Florida State crowd, and then not only that, after they play Grambling at home, then they got both Mississippi schools on the road, Ole
Yep,
Miss and
yep.
Mississippi State.
They go to the Lane
That-
train and then down to Starkville.
That's a
Mississippi.
very difficult start to open the season, where you're
Yeah.
basically playing. You're playing 3 solid football teams on the road in your first 4 games. That's that's a very. And then I haven't even mentioned the fact they're going to have to go to Alabama this year. I haven't mentioned them playing Texas A&M yet. I haven't mentioned them playing Arkansas yet. LSU has as much front line. LSU's going to miss their stud defensive lineman week 1. He got suspended for impermissible benefits. He cooperated with the NCAA. They gave him a 1-game suspension. He's a stud, potential first round pick in the NFL draft. He's going to miss the Florida State game. But LSU, as much as I told you I really like that team, I think they're potentially a sleeper. Their schedule's tough. If they make it through the SEC with only one loss, they'll be in the Final Four. That team will be in the national playoff if they lose just one game this year.
So last year, the Final Four, guys.
Yep. We
Going to
extend
the
we,
12
we
team
extend to
playoff
12
next year.
after this
Letting
season.
everybody in.
Everybody.
Letting them all in, have a seat.
John's not a
No,
fan.
well, I mean, you don't have
That's
to.
what it is.
We won't be letting the Pac-12 in because they won't be.
There won't be a Pac-12. They're
Exactly.
shaking in the Pacific Ocean right now as we
You know,
speak.
So, yeah, I
They
mean,
went
there's
down
only,
in that submarine,
yeah, I mean, there's only
There's only 4 teams left,
Yeah.
David.
I know.
Yeah.
There's-
Oregon State, Stanford, Cal, and
and the ACC is still
So
trying.
Wazoo.
The Pac-4.
Yeah. Well, the ACC still trying to convince one of those 4 schools to admit Stanford and Cal. I think that's just a horrible decision for the ACC.
Yes.
If I'm the ACC, I want nothing to do with Stanford and Cal.
Yeah.
Nothing. They bring you nothing.
Yeah.
They don't do anything for you.
It's a weird time. man.
Neither one of those schools is good at any sport except maybe Stanford and golf.
So 12 teams.
12 teams next year, yeah.
So yeah. So
They're going to have to redefine. At first, it was the champion from each conference.
Yeah.
But now they're
And
Power 5. But now there's not going to be a Pac-12.
And there was going to be
so-
there was going to be a bye if one of the non-AQ teams was also undefeated or in the top 12 or whatever. They were going to get in automatically too. But yeah, I kind of suspect that you're going to see something along the lines of you're going to get the top 2 teams in each of the 4 power conferences would be my guess.
Yeah.
And then maybe you get like 3 wild cards and then 1 non-AQ team if they it'll be non-AQ / Notre Dame, whatever. If and if one of those non-AQs meet whatever metric they're going to set, and if not, then they'll just take the next best team.
We got anything else, guys?
Well, Damien's going to be looking at that Vanderbilt-Hawaii game.
Yeah.
I'm going to take these points with Navy. I'm going to take the 21.5 with the Naval Academy.
Second half in the Hawaii.
That's what I'm saying. He's taking
so
Hawaii,
second half.
Vanderbilt.
The second half.
I can't bet it now. There
I know, I know.
won't be a lineup on it yet.
It's too bad they don't just put out that like. Make
Well,
the-
I may go in there and see if there is.
There might
I-
be. You
there-
might
I
be
mean,
getting
I might,
it. I bet you could
I
get
might-
it at 9.5 right now.
I might get lucky, and that might be what it is. And I'll go put some money, plunk some money
Probably
down on
10, 10.5. That would be
Well,
my
I mean,
guess.
if the line's 17.5 right now, figured, first half would be about 9.
Yeah, it's supposed to
So it'd
be,
be about
right?
8.
Let's see
maybe,
what they
maybe
offer.
just be 8.5.
I bet there's a second half line right now.
So
Well, I'm going to be taking the San Jose State Spartans team total over
17.
17 and 7.5 first half.
Yep.
I'm going to take the first half over 7.5, the game over 17.
and
Spartans are no pushover from the Mountain West.
just to remind people, remember they changed the rules in college football this year. That
Yeah,
clock's going to keep
clock.
running.
Yeah.
It's going to be like the NFL now.
Yeah, except the last of the first half
except
and the
the
last
last-
of the game, right?
Last 2 minutes of the first half, I believe it's 5 minutes of the game.
Okay.
And they're just going to keep they're not stopping the clock anlock on first
So
downs.
we'll look out to see how that's going to impact
And-
totals for sure.
And at the same time, when if the ball goes out of bounds, as soon as the ball's set, the clock will start winding. You're not going to have 4-hour and 15-minute college football games anymore. Those days are done.
I'm okay with that, though.
So
Are you okay with that?
yeah, you're just like I'm kind of interested to see how the team totals kind of adjust.
Yeah, they're
coming down.
obviously going to adjust, yeah.
But I don't know that they'll have them adjusted yet to start the season. Yeah, it's still 3-3 in the 6th now, by the way, and the Pirates.
They stopped scoring,
Cubs.
John.
Yeah,
So
they froze up, huh?
They
yeah.
did.
our,
I hope it's his phone that froze.
thanks.
Well, I mean, I like to win, Damien. I like
Well,
to cash a
don't,
ticket.
Don't we all?
I don't want to just throw another.
Philly
in
kicked
the
the field
trash.
goal. If it makes you feel any better, it's 10-7 now.
Yeah, a
No,
lot
that
of
doesn't make
time
me feel
left.
better. Why would that make me feel better?
I don't know. I was trying to.
You're trying to get me back,
Yeah.
John. You want to wrap this up?
Yeah, I'm going to close it out with after the San Jose State action. That's going to be a fun game to watch, guys. Hey, San Jose State put up some points.
It makes a game like that more fun to watch if you bet something like that, because then you're only rooting for one side.
Yeah.
You're not rooting for a
Absolutely.
total lopsided score.
But after that, we've got the get even worse game of the night.
Yep.
We've got a Conference USA matchup. FIU and La Tech. And
What's the spread on
I'm
that?
going to take the points.
What is it?
With the Panthers of FIU. 11.5. I'm
What
going
do
to
you
take
like?
the points.
I got no opinion on that. I have not looked at that. I kind of, if I, even if I get that, I'm not going to play that. I'll be at work. I won't.
I'm
care.
curious about your Utes bet. I mean your Hawaii bet.
Yeah.
I'm curious about that.
Well, I'm going to tell you right
Okay.
now. I'm going to go in there here after the show, and I'm going to go look and see if there is a line.
Yeah,
If
let me
there
know what
is,
the
I'm
line
gonna-
is.
I'm going to. How much longer are we going to be on here? I'm going to go look now.
Go look now, and then we'll wrap
Yeah,
it
let's
up.
go. I'm
Yeah.
going to go look right now.
Yeah, try to be back in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I
We
was
gotta get
looking
it in.
at La Tech's coach used to be La Tech FIU's the get even worse game.
What time
La
is that? Is
Tech's
that 9
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Their head coach used to be Skip Holtz.
Skip Holtz.
Lou Holtz's son.
Yes, yeah.
Not anymore. He's gone. He's gone from La Tech. It is now Sonny Cumbie, who
I used to
bounced
like
around college football for decades.
I used to like watching Lou Holtz on Saturday morning.
Yeah, with Mark May.
Yeah,
The old.
yeah.
The
He's
old,
a nut. Lou
what was
Holtz
that
is a
show
nut.
Called? Yeah, they had Lou Holtz and Mark May.
Yeah. He's a
Yeah.
nut.
You know his last college football game he ever coached?
I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
2004.
That's a long time ago.
You know who it was for?
I don't remember.
When he was with the Shamecocks. Yeah, he was with South Carolina.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. The last game, they got in a huge brawl. The Clemson Carolina game was a huge fight at the end of the game with 5 minutes to go. The South Carolina lineman was getting up, and he grabbed one of the Clemson players' face masks like this, and it was all helter-skelter after that. It was like they stopped the game. They canceled the game.
Were you out? Were you at
And
the game?
each team issued a bowl ban for that season.
Were you there?
So neither team went to the bowl game.
Were you there?
Was it there? Yeah, I'm there every Thanksgiving. That's Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never missed a Thanksgiving.
Is it
My
all-
favorite holiday is Thanksgiving.
That's my favorite holiday. Okay, here it is. I told you it'd probably be there. I'm curious what it is. 9?
Less.
Really?
For those of you that are interested about my pick that I said I was going to do, Vanderbilt is 7.5 in the second half.
Wow.
The only thing I'm going to have to I'd split on that would be
Ooh.
if Vanderbilt got out 34-0. Have no
Yeah.
reason to keep scoring.
Yeah.
But-
Ooh, Vanderbilt up 34
you're-
to nothing on
But
somebody.
you
I
said
think
you
you're
think
safe.
you said you think the first half could be close.
I said it could be.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm going to go as soon as we log out here. I'm
All
gonna
right.
go take
Vanderbilt
out
minus
some-
7.5.
I'm going to go take
Second
out
half.
some money. and
Second half.
Second
Second
half.
half.
I'm going to go take out some money out of my checking account. I'm going to put some money
And
on Vanderbilt.
Casino
minus the
Queen,
7.5.
He's
and
going to take it from the Damien
At-
checking account, put it in the Vanderbilt checking
at,
account.
at,
Well-
at the Casino Queen here at Draft.
Casino Queen thanks you for the ATM fee.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not real fond of that part. But
That's like my biggest thing I cannot stand is paying out to get my own money.
Yeah.
Hate it.
yeah,
Hate
well,
it.
yeah, exactly. I hate the fact I got to pay that much to get my own money.
Yeah.
Yep. So just to recap, Navy.
We should get it. We should get it free. We should get a.
Yeah,
We should
well,
get a kickback from.
They
from
don't
that.
care what we think.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. But just to recap, Navy plus 21.5. San Jose State team total first half, team total game 17.5, and Hawaii Vanderbilt. Damien's going to take the second half on Vandy minus 7.5, and I'm going to take the 11.5 points with FIU. The get even worse game.
You know what I love most about this is more picks to come.
Yeah. We're just
College
getting
and
started, yeah.
NFL right around the
Yeah.
corner.
This is like when the waitress comes up and say, "What do you guys have for drinks?" The drinks are this weekend. We'll get into the food next week. guys.
Well, before we go, Indianapolis is inside the 20 as they're threatening to score here on Philly
That's good for the David ticket.
for Dave, but the Cubs and Pirates are still 3-3 going to the 7th.
Yep.
Just need one measly run out of both teams for Dave.
Yeah, that's okay. It's coming.
All righty.
All right, guys. Well, for David and Damian, another week here at DraftKings at Casino Queen. I'm Clemson John, and we will see you guys next week.
Take care.